Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Value one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kill. Turn up.
Here's Goff. It's caught by Mike Evans. Past the 20. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, then coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
Check 80. Heavy on the edge. He's heavy on 50. Quick dash. Go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, "Thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone," and they did exactly that.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 41 yards.
That's another Baltimore first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Strip that ball.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Check 26, check 26. Going out.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the keeper, here's Goff. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And now out comes Houston. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Over the middle here to Brown. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Henry out of the pistol. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Henry all alone. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
A shotgun snap for gone. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's not going to get me.
Now Goff. He's got the tight end, Vanant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
What? 120. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Super. 58. Come on. 58.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down and goal. Gone. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We go, cut! By 20! You got to get the ball, D, get the ball! DC! Cut!
They'll run it with Williams. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Check, 4 down. You go tight. Turbo tight. You got tight right there. Turbo tight.
They run. It's Williams. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Super 1.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
First and 10 at the
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10, Goff again. And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight right. 4 down. We're good. 28. Mike, 28. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mike Evans, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Ravens get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Quarter.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Texans.
Roethlisberger now over 200 yards already in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10.
52, Hey, exit. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check, 52.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Black 80. Check, 54. Line 54. You must be slacking.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
We go, son! 180! Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is gone. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, now. Black 20. Choose the mic. Go.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Alert, alert. Hey, echo. 52 right here. 52.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Bernard. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Snickers, 66. Easy.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch twist.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 43.
They run it again with Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Like 20. 58, right there. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 58. 58. Mike. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Goff. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first down. It's Williams looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Again, it's Williams, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And Forbath will put this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Like 80! 54! He's top world! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Go!
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Big Ben has the knowledge, certainly the weapons to pull this off. We know he's done it many times in the past.
And that transmits itself to the rest of the offensive unit because these guys know that with Big Ben leading them, they've got a lot of confidence they can get it done.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 77 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Cooper with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Back to throw.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 20. 11. 11. Five. Mike, 28.
Now it's gone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. 20. 8.
Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forback. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All right, now, black 20.
Check 52 to Mike. Off the block.
Black is red.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check right 54. Right 54. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Roethlisberger. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. A give to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now Roethlisberger. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Texans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12.
50.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here at OT. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Henry. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Texans, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, add 1 more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.